Keeping a close eye on our forecast here locally. More showers and storms anticipated for the week ahead of us. The stormy pattern only continues. I'll be breaking down all of the details and timing that you need to know coming up.
Plus,
Taking a look at the conditions right now across the southeast. Now we are starting to see some of the thunderstorm, that rain activity beginning to subside for many portions across the southeast. We were tracking some of those showers and thunderstorms here locally earlier today. Now we're starting to see less of that. A lot of these storms for us here locally, really they thrive on the afternoon daytime heating and also some of that sunlight out there. So now that we started to see that sunset, a lot of those storms beginning to fizzle out. Really just tracking one isolated shower just closer towards Andalusia and red level. The rest of the Foxton viewing area quiet so far for this evening. A nice view outside from our Navigator Credit Union camera at the Battleship. Calm, quiet conditions out there. Those temperatures now just beginning to fall, resting in the upper 70s. Still feeling like 81, however, due to that higher humidity. But here locally, our forecast will continue to stay pretty similar over the next few days. Heading into tomorrow, I went ahead and dropped down those rain chances just a little bit for the afternoon, but after that we continue to stay unsettled. Our summertime pattern is in full force here across the Gulf Coast. By the time we do get closer towards the weekend, rain chances every single day with more heat and more humidity. I'll be breaking down all the forecast details that you need to know coming up in just a little bit. Cameron. Well, taking another look at your forecast, and quite a few folks getting out there and taking a nice evening stroll along our local beaches. Just a reminder, in case you are staying in Gulf Shores or Orange Beach, you can always head on over towards the visitor centers. Go ahead, get some of those red covers for any of your flashlights out there. It just helps some of our local sea turtles during nesting season. So just something to keep in mind. You can still go on those sand crab hunts at night. Just try and have those red covers on there out there as well. And turn off any of those patio lights, but still a nice calm evening out there across the Gulf Coast. We had some of those showers and thunderstorms earlier. They've since begun to calm down just a bit, but it's still hot and humid out there. Temperatures in the mid 80s, dew points mid 70s. It's sticky, and so it's still feeling like 92 out there. The good news for all of the beach goers is that we'll continue to see nice conditions over the next few days. Low rip current risk heading into tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. That surf height closer towards 1 to 2 feet. But timing things out in our future cast, once again, summertime pattern is here and it is here to stay. Not really seeing any end in sight by the time that we do get closer towards the weekend, but possibly seeing some of those isolated offshore showers to begin for tomorrow, especially closer towards our coastal areas. Seeing some of that just further off towards the south. Closer towards lunchtime, we start to introduce more of that cloud cover, and then sure enough, by 2, 3 o'clock, that's where we start to see some of those showers and storms beginning to fire off. Coverage heading into tomorrow looking a little bit less. I went ahead and dropped down those rain chances. Still higher potential for our inland spots. Hopeful that we'll start to see a bit more quiet conditions closer towards I-10 and on the south side of it, so really Mobile, Baldwin counties. Hopeful that we'll start to see the majority of that taking place further inland. However, if you're further inland, you might see some of those showers and storms, heavy downpours, frequent lightning, gusty winds, all possible within any of those cells. Now, forecast high temperatures later on tomorrow. Still going to be toasty out there, just maxing out in the lower to mid 90s, but taking the humidity into account, feeling even warmer, starting to see some of those feels like temperatures closer towards the triple digits. Stay hydrated, take breaks if you're spending any time outdoors. And unfortunately, that humidity, it's only going up. Heading into tomorrow, we're going to be seeing those dew points in the mid 70s. By the time we make it towards the end of the week and into the weekend, we start to see that subtle uptick out there. But it really just means that it's still going to be feeling hotter out there. So a reminder of our dew point comfort scale. Really, we're starting to see a bit of the muggy category out there, but more of that miserable category by Friday and Saturday. If you're spending time outside, especially we do have the red, white, and blues out there, stay hydrated, take breaks, get creative, find some ways to cool down. The good news is that we will start to see some of the better forecasts out there, keeping a close eye on what we're tracking really beginning Wednesday for Breakfast with the Blues, plus some of the dress rehearsals, the practices, and the official air show that's going to be taking place on Saturday. I'll talk more about those forecast details coming up in just a little bit. Cameron.